You have the privilege of going to the greatest school in this area. It's a life-changing experience to be able to go to this school because I know the other types of schools that are out there, and I know what this school does that no other school in this area can do. And it's going to change your life. And I hope that today and someday later on, you'll be able to come sit down and think, I wonder who made this all possible. I just wanted you to be conscious of that fact because that's really what we're doing today at Founders Day, is saying thank you to some people who made that possible.
In fact, many of the buildings, courtyards, athletic fields, libraries, and classrooms on the St. Mary's Hall campus have the Holt mark on them in some form or fashion. Peter did so much in a quiet way, but he was the go-to guy when something needed to get done. It is for this reason, and so many more, that I'm honored to recognize my good friend, Peter Holt, as the 2009 St. Mary's Hall Founders Day Award recipient.
As Bob said, I think today, for me anyway, is a lot about gratitude. St. Mary's Hall really has given back more to me than I was ever able, and my family was ever able to receive or to give to St. Mary's Hall. And I think that's why in a lot of ways we've stayed involved. And of course, when you have people like Connie McNabb and your headmaster Bob Wyndham, it makes it easy to do. So I'm very proud to be standing here today. I'm very proud to see that there's still 950 plus kids, teachers, administrators, and everybody else involved with this great school who love it like I do and like my family does.
I've been introduced by name and been told that I am the second daughter of today's Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, Lois Goldsmith Oppenheimer, and I've been asked to introduce her. I didn't realize quite what a daunting task that would be until they asked me to say something. I've always known my mother was distinguished. I've just never had to put it into words before. The best thing I can say is she's simply a spectacular woman. Her enrollment at St. Mary's Hall began an involvement with the school that has spanned 3 generations and an accumulated 49 years of class attendance. We have watched, as family members, the history of the school almost from its beginning.
Good morning, and at this early hour, I wish a pleasant day to everybody. I first entered our beloved school in 1926, which I believe was the first year for the new building on French Place. I was 7 years old and placed in the 4th grade with 2 classmates aged 9 and 11. I came directly from what was known as kindergarten. There were 2 large rooms at the east end of the first floor. The one on the north side of the building housed the much larger 3rd grade, and we 3 4th graders tucked alongside. The next year we moved to the room next door for 4th and 5th. I'm no longer clear about when we moved upstairs to study hall, where students gathered to wait for the next class. We were located there until graduation. I feel certain there was thoughtful consideration given to my placement in this situation. Although it is not the way of today, and there were difficulties attached to being so much younger than my classmates, I am grateful for the decision and happy with the results. Whether this was the first year for the building or not, for me it was the first year of my experience with the quote on the stairs. Teach us delight in simple things. I don't believe that the words had much meaning to me until many years later, but I think the underlying philosophy was the basis for our education. I glory in my happy memories of dear classmates and teachers at St. Mary's Hall, and I thank you for this award.
It's my pleasure as the Alumni Council President to get to introduce one of my very best friends as the Momentum Award winner this year, Miss Annie Labatt. I can't think of someone more selfless, more enthusiastic, more ambitious, and more deserving than she.
I am so pleased to accept this wonderful award on behalf of my niece, Annie Labatt. Annie would love to be here herself, but she could not be because she is in Rome, deeply immersed in writing her dissertation for a PhD in art history at Yale. Annie is currently a fellow of the American Academy of Rome as a result of winning the Rome Prize, a 2-year fellowship for residency at the Academy. I hope all her teachers would be proud to think of Annie teaching art history at Yale. They might be amused to know that one of her students in an evaluation wrote, "Annie Labatt is a god among men." We're not really sure what that means. Annie was really committed to the life of this school. She was class president several times. In her junior year, she participated in a constitutional convention to reformulate student government, and as a result, she ran for and was elected student body president. As president, she felt the school needed a newspaper, so she started one. One of her greatest commitments was to ballet. She felt ballet was the only sport worth supporting. Annie and all of her family are honored that St. Mary's Hall has recognized her unusual path. We are proud that Annie's journey has been rewarding and productive and demonstrates ever-increasing confidence and accomplishment. I believe that Annie will continue to bring credit to St. Mary's Hall by a distinguished career in the history of art. This award will certainly help to spur her onward. Thank you so very much.